Hello, good day everyone. So, nandito na naman tayo sa ating bagong lesson which is module number 6 of work immersion. So again, this is for grade 12 students, lalong-lalo na para sa mga graduating students dahil sila ang nag-undergo ng ating work immersion classes. So, to start with, we are going to talk about immersion portfolio. You know, ito yung pinaka-last module na ginagawa ng mga immersion students dahil tapos na dapat sila nag-immersion dito and the last thing na kanilang dapat gawin ay mag-gather ng kanilang mga portfolio para ipasa sa kanilang work immersion teacher. Yung portfolio na ito ay dapat para ito sa mga estudyante na nag-take ng mga grade 12 students na natapos na mag-immersion. So after going through this module, my students are expected to define what portfolio is. Then identify the forms and the content of the portfolio. And lastly, familiarize oneself on the home-based immersion portfolio. So let's do the recap. So you have learned that being an applicant for a work immersion or being a trainee or applicant for an employment, you need to prepare the following documents, that credentials, and some of the requirements before being hired or accepted. You also have learned how to fill out needed forms as part of the documentary requirements of the employers before getting hired. So ito yung ating mga natutunan sa previous modules natin. So in previous work immersion or the culminating activity, you have to be deployed for 10 days in the respective workplaces, or if it is a culminating activity, you have to present an actual performance or do actual social responsibility. So, but during the time of crisis, you need to adjust the situation where you will do it online or offline at home. Pero dahil pinahintulutan na tayo mag face-to-face class, we will not do the offline or the homebound immersion. So, inuulit ko 10 days because students will be required to report to their industry for 8 hours every day, and then the ACAD students are only required to render 80 hours for work immersion. So 80 hours lang. So if they will be working for 8 hours every day, so dalawang linggo lang sila nandun, which is 10 days. Pero I repeat, for TVL students, they are required to do at least 120 hours. So it's more than 10 days. Pero ang aking kasing hawak ay mga UM students or the ACAD students, required lamang sila for 10 days immersion at the workplace. So being a work immersion learner or training in a company or at home, you have to take note of your duties and responsibilities as a learner. So, as a work immersion, you are expected to attend pre- and post-immersion activities na ginawa na ito ng aking mga estudyante. Report to the work immersion or partner institution supervisor during actual work immersion. So, ginawa na rin ito ng aking mga estudyante. So, if done in the company, or if done at home, you have to report to your immersion teacher or focal person. Again, hindi na natin ito ginagawa kasi pinahintulutan na tayo to have a face-to-face work immersion. You are going to perform your duties and tasks as indicated in the prescribed template for work immersion list of tasks or activities. So again, my students, aside from complying for the DPR every day or the daily time record every day, they are also need to accomplish the daily accomplishment report, which is signed by their work immersion industry partner, And then me as a teacher, they are required to submit it after the work immersion duties. Then prepare the documents and reports required in the curriculum by the partner institution or by the immersion teacher and focal person in your school. So again, one of the documents they needed to submit ay yung work, ito na nga, yung portfolio. So, so for today's discussion on portfolio, you will be guided on what to prepare as part of your documents and reports. Stated in the Glossary of Education Reform, student portfolio is a compilation of academic work and another form of educational evidence assembled for the purpose of 1. Evaluating coursework quality, learning progress, and academic achievement. 2. Determine whether students have met learning standards or other academic requirements for courses, grade level promotion, and graduation. Helping students reflect on their academic goals and progress as learners. And lastly, create a lasting archive of academic work products, accomplishments, and other documents. So lahat ng ito ay dapat nandoon nakapaloob sa inyong portfolio. So, what are the forms of portfolios? One, it could be notebook filed with documents. It could be notes, graphics, letters, resumes, and physical collection of students' work like written assignments, journals, tests, artworks, lab reports, physical projects, or any other material evidence of learning progress and academic accomplishments, including awards, honors, certifications, recommendations, written evaluation by teachers or peers, and self reflection by the students. So, me as a teacher, I have given them a template on what are they going to submit to me, or what kind of portfolio they are going to submit to me after the work immersion. So again, what is an online portfolio? An online portfolios are often called digital portfolios or e-portfolios. Hindi na namin to ginagawa, pero for your information, there is also what we call the online portfolio. So examples are the blogs, the online journals, the reflection about learning activities, the progress and accomplishments, the digital artifacts like student created videos if you have, the multimedia presentations, the spreadsheets, the websites, and the photographs. Those are forms of portfolios which can be used as proof of your accomplishments and learning. So that's the reason why students are obliged to submit portfolio, because that could be a proof of your accomplishments while having your immersion duties. Okay, and also whether it's an online portfolio or printed, it's up to you based on your resources. So what is important is you have documents as entries in your portfolios. So kung talagang nag-immersion kayo, marami kayong mailalagay sa inyong portfolio. Immersion teacher uses it as basis and part of your grade in work immersion, which is a requirement for graduation. Just like what I have told you before, immersion is a requirement for graduation. And because I am not present during your work immersion in the industry, you have to submit to me your work immersion portfolio as evidence that you really have rendered your 10 days work immersion. So in any portfolio, whether print or online, it is also important to follow guidelines of academic integrity. So again, number one, all materials including language, the content, and images must be suitable for our audiences, including young children who may view the portfolio. So take note, Wag kayong maglalagay ng mga foul words or mga hindi akma na mga words and pictures doon kasi maaaring makita yan ng lahat ng tao in all ages. Number two, please do not include negative or damaging comments about employers, teachers, community leaders, or other individuals in portfolio. Kung nainis man kayo sa inyong work immersion industry, mayroon kayong nakaaway doon or something, do not include that in your portfolio kasi mababasa yan ng kahit sino. Do not include personal contact information, including phone numbers or address. So, wag niyong ilalagay yan sa inyong portfolio because that is your personal information. Pero minsan, kasi kailangan din ng inyong resume doon sa inyong portfolio, you may include siguro na lang. Anyway, hindi ko naman yan ipapakita sa iba unless sa mga susunod na mga estudyante siguro as a proof or as an example. So do not include any personal information about yourself or others in a database or other portfolio product. Carefully cite any print or online source materials that you use. Please acknowledge the role of other people in any of your projects and explain your role if you were a member of a team. So, in preparing portfolio, please be guided by its content based on the DepEd's curriculum guide for work immersion. So again, you have to accomplish the forms. So here you learn from your last module the different forms you need to fill out and accomplish. So those forms will be included in your portfolio. Lahat ng mga forms. Again, kahit yung inyong work immersion, resume, and bio data, pero this time I am only considering the resume instead of bio data. Pictures of work site and non-written outputs project with caption. So again, that's why sinabi ko sa inyo before na kung mayroon kayong ginagawa, at least take a picture of it para ipakita nyo sa inyong portfolio doon sa nung time na nandun pa kayo sa work immersion industry. Since you cannot perform your work immersion in a real workplace, you can ask somebody to take a photo of yourself in a workstation at home while you perform your immersion. So, ito ay para lamang sa mga estudyanteng hindi inallow doon sa work immersion industry partners. Illustrations of activities performed as needed, the weekly diary, the narrative of learnings and achievements, issues faced, and corresponding resolutions. Ang aking mga estudyante ay meron sila nitong weekly diary. So, ito ang halimbawa nito na makikita doon. Pero if you have other template na mas better, you can pursue on that. Pero this one, ito yung maipapakita ko sa inyong template. Sample written output, kung mayroon kayo, it is expected that you will be doing written activities or tasks assigned by your work immersion teacher, so you can include your written outputs in your portfolio. Pero sa klase ko separate ito, isinama ko ito as a regular class portfolio. Mayroon akong pinapagawa na portfolio sa kanila pero yun lamang ay para doon sa industry na kung saan sila pumasok. Okay, just like this one. And other relevant pictures slash documents. You may include any picture or document that are related or show an evidence of your performance for work immersion. So, when to update your content? For the activities like account of learnings, achievements, issues faced, and corresponding solutions can be updated by means of weekly diary. So the portfolio packaging, at least one long clear book or folder, you have to compile everything you have documented by following the format of the portfolio. Sa klase ko, nagbigay na ako ng format. Pero ang klase ko, instead of putting it in a long, clear book, ang ginawa ko, pinapagawa ko sa kanila is at least a soft bound yung yung portfolio nila. Mura lang naman ang softbound, mas mahal yung hardbound. Don't compile all of the details. Compile the highlights and those needed only. You may consult your work immersion teacher or group mates and talk about your portfolio. Ito ang lagi kong sinasabi sa mga estudyante ko during immersion classes na they can work as a team kung anong mga isasama nila doon sa portfolio nila. Portfolio submission or presentation at the end of the work immersion. So after you have finished your work immersion and portfolio, you have to present or report it in class through an online presentation. Pero again, dahil wala na tayong online class, so pwede nyo na itong i-present sa akin sa klase mismo, face-to-face class. So if online presentation is not possible, you may submit your printed portfolio to your teacher. Yun na nga ang ginagawa natin. Be sure to pass all the requirements needed in work immersion so that you will not be marked incomplete. So, ito ang lagi kong sinasabi sa aking mga estudyante. Pinapaalala ko yan sa kanila. So, what are the content of the portfolio? Ganyan. Pero mayroon akong ibinigay sa klase ko. Pinicturean nga yun ng isa sa mga estudyante ko and nasa GC na namin yan. Pero most likely, it is like this. May title page, marami pang iba. Kung mayroon kayong gusto na sarili ninyong content ng portfolio, okay, mas maganda. Pero if you can follow this one, okay lang din. So, okay, we're done with this discussion and I hope marami kayong natutunan dito. So, after that, I want you to participate in this activity, which I call it the valuing. So having accomplished a project like a portfolio, it is a great achievement. Answer these two questions in your notebook. So once again, if you would like to participate in this activity, you may also write your answers sa comment section itong video discussion. And I am glad to read those answers from you guys. So narito ang dalawang tanong. Why is it important to you the the making of the portfolio? And number two, how do you show you value in to it? So I am referring to portfolio. Okay? So once again, maraming salamat sa inyong panunood sa aking video discussion. At kung marami kayong katanungan or suggestions, you do not forget to comment down below. And if you are not yet a subscriber to my channel, please do not forget to hit the notification bell para mas lalo kayong updated sa aking mga upcoming video discussions. So once again, thank you so much. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye!